Hello, everyone. It's been a minute, right? So anyway, thank you for joining me here. I'm gonna totally have to do a couple things here because you know me going live, it always takes me a hot second. But anyway, um, my name is Shannon, and welcome to the Odious Soul. I I have to talk about Wish Lamps, which is a treasure games game on the app website. And most of you probably are like, what is she talking about? Which is exactly why I wanted to do this video. So let's go back to how I found this out. So I was working on the invitation, which my friends Mike and Christy, Calazars and K Pro put out. And I was so frustrated. I'm still a little frustrated with it, but like I got stuck and I was talking to another treasure hunter in that game. And they were like, well, I'm surprised you're not working on wish lamps. And I'm like, what is wish lamps? Google, Google, Google before I even wait for a response. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I could win $1.2 million if I find this lamp. What? So I downloaded the app, I signed up because it is subscription based, and I went on a rabbit hole trying to figure out where this was. So lots of things to talk about on the way. All right. So let's back it up even farther. So this guy named Dirk Gibson, he had this idea to, like wealth in America or even around the world is very unbalanced. There's like the people that are rich, and if you're rich, it's a whole lot easier to stay rich and get even richer than if you are poor trying to even just get to middle class. Okay. Like it's a tough system. It's not meant, to bring the little people up. I mean, we do need somebody to clean toilets, don't we? But anyway, he was thinking about how do we redistribute the wealth? And he thought, wouldn't it be cool if you could give somebody three wishes, like the genie in the bottle, like, rub me the right way. Here's three wishes. But then he was also thinking, well, how would you do that? Because people would just wish for mere wishes and people would wish for unlimited money. So he came up with Wish Lamps, which is a game through the Treasure Games app, which apparently more games are coming. Um, and it gives you a choice. You can take the cash or you can have three wishes, which is crazy, right? Like he is actually playing a real life genie in a bottle that you can rub him. Not actually, I erase that. You're not going to rub him, but he is going to help you fulfill three wishes. And what's even better is he promotes a positive, happy environment. He wants this community to be nothing but happy, positive people, uplifting people, helping people get better, and he's not going to put up with any shenanigans. Okay. We'll get to more of that and more on that in a minute. So I love all that. I love the happy, positive vibe. I love the whole concept of redistribution of wealth. But there's so much more. So basics before I get on any rants, tangents, or opinions. Wish lamps. You download an app, you create an account. There is a whole lot of things you have to read at the beginning before you start playing these games. Okay. So there is a participation agreement. So it goes over a lot of things, but pretty much like you are agreeing that if you win one of these, you're going to be in tons of social media kind of stuff. You're going to do this, that, and the other. And that you're going to be a willing participant in this hunt. There's also community guidelines. And this is so interesting because you have to be contributing to the positive vibe in the community or not say anything, but you can't be negative. You can't be name calling. You can't do anything. Like this is in the rule book, people. It is in the rule book, people. If you are lifting people up, you're out of here. And also any kind of content you produce, like there's limitations of what you can say and do on that too. So I reread everything. So hopefully my mouth doesn't get me in trouble and I can still play this game because I'm really loving it. I do have some concerns, but I love it. I absolutely love it. There's also a risk waiver. So if you get hurt doing it, I mean, I think we all learned from Forrest Funt's treasure hunt, people aren't always the smartest and they do sometimes do things that could get them into trouble, whether they need to or not. Sometimes people don't make the best judgment calls in the moment, especially when it comes to the potential of winning $1 million. And then there's terms of service. And then we haven't even gotten to the Wish Lamps game rules. Like that's a whole nother thing. So I started playing Wish Lamps Region 10. That has had the biggest cash prize value attached to one of the lamps. Okay. So there have been others. Region 7 was the first lamp found. Those people, I think it was worth 400,000. They got 3 wishes. And one of the things I love about Dirk is he encourages his finders to give some of that money to a charity, to a cause. And if you actually read through everything on their website, there is this whole investment portion of where the profit from the app sales and everything is going to go to. And it's all about lifting up fellow human beings. Okay. We're all humans. We are all here on this planet. We're all stuck here together. Why don't we lift people up instead of tearing them down? That's a question on humanity, isn't it? I mean, the world is full of wars. I mean, not everybody is in the same let's lift everybody up mentality, unfortunately. So, so I was doing Region 10 and I didn't even realize there were advantage clues. I think I did, but I didn't want to spend extra money on this game at all. So, it wasn't until I was fairly confident I knew where it was that somebody was like, "Well, did you do an advantage clue to see if you're in the right place?" So in goes my $4.99, and you can pin dot, like the first advantage clue is basically you pin dot, and depending on how much time the game has been running, depends on like how much of a diameter you can do or how much you pay. Like I think it gets more expensive as the game goes on, but it becomes a smaller diameter. But here's the thing. You could do these as many times as you wanted. You could do this pin drop on the map 100 times to potentially get it into the exact location or within, I guess, a 5 mile radius, probably, maybe smaller. I don't know. I didn't go that far. I didn't spend that much money trying to do these advantage clues because one of the things in all the agreements and guidelines is no cheating. So me, I'm thinking, well, you can't take advantage of the advantage clues. Like you actually have to solve this stuff. You can't just do the advantage clues, right? Because that would be cheating. Well, Dirk made a comment when Region 10's wish lamp was found that they were putting a hold on the advantage clues because maybe some people were taking advantage of them. So they went through the vetting of the family who found it. You can actually watch because one of the rules on this treasure hunt is you have to film yourself finding the treasure. So you have a camera in your hand, but here's what's funny is like you're videotaping yourself probably on your phone because we all have phones with cameras, but then you also got to scan a code on the box to figure out how to get into the box. So pretty much you're going to need 2 people or to push pause. I don't know, but it's been fun watching the people who find this figure out how to get in it with their phones recording and everything. It's been fun. Like the one couple, like they had to go back and charge their phone because their phone was dead. Like it's been amusing watching these, but at the same time, it's so refreshing because people are actually winning. The treasure hunting community didn't really accept this treasure hunt game at first, okay? They were like, yeah, this doesn't seem like legit at all. Well, it is legit. We've had 3 winners now. I think the first one was 400,000, the second one was 200,000, and the latest was $1.2 million. Oh, that was so close. Yeah. So anyway, right now I believe Region 4 is the only one that's currently activated, and there's 2 more, I think, scheduled, or one that's scheduled, another one coming. So I know the goal is to get to a place where all 10 regions are activated at the same time and they can just keep them rolling. Like that is the goal. Obviously, participation numbers are probably going to have to increase before that can happen. Like the Instagram account for this is has less followers than me. Not that I have a lot. Speaking of which, if you do not follow me on Instagram, go over to Instagram and follow Odious Soul. Um, And let's see here, like even YouTube, I think YouTube has less than 200 subscribers for Treasure Games. Like there's not a huge social media presence, not a huge social media following. I looked up on Google Play, there's only been like 1,000 plus upload or downloads of the app on Google. So for Android devices, I can't get that same information from Apple, but I can't imagine it would be too much higher. I doubt that 20,000 people are even playing this hunt right now. And that's across the country. So your odds of being the person to find one of these next wish lamps is pretty darn high. Now, I'm really, really hoping that this sticks around for a long time, that this becomes like the next lottery. Okay. So we all know currently the states control lotteries where poor people give the states money with the hope that they could win big. All right. Like that's the whole thing. And that's kind of how, like, I know Dirk hasn't like, isn't saying that, but I kind of get like the lottery vibes on this. Now, yes, the lottery is luck. All right. You pay money, you get a ticket. If you're lucky, you win. This, you pay money, and then you have to be kind of smart or strategic or shady, clever. Like you have to figure out where it is, right? I mean, hopefully that's how you're finding it. But I think as much as Dirk wants the positivity above all else and the happiness and everything else, which again, I love. I come again from the Forest Fan community, and we have what we call, what is it? What do we call them? The 6%ers, whatever they are. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. There's crazy people out there. And, a crazy person may not do something too crazy for a chance to win $2,000. But people will do crazy things to win $1.2 million. So I'm kind of concerned of what could happen down the road. How are people, because people obviously took advantage of the advantage clues, to get to the $1.2 million wish lamp so quickly, but it was still within the rules. So what else have the creators of this game not thought of? I mean, obviously they're holding humanity pretty high. And I like that. But we all know there's those peoples out there. There's those peoples. There's those peoples that'll do whatever it takes to be the winner. I mean, come on, history is full of it. Okay, like I just watched that Killers of the Flower Moon, or like they were killing off Indians in order to get the head rights in Oklahoma for the Osage oil. Like that's crazy, right? Or what about the McDonald's millions? Like remember the Monopoly game, and like everybody wanted that chance to win the $1 million. Well, apparently somebody figured out a way to get those $1 million pieces off to their friends, or maybe that $30,000 car. So like the way this is these wish lamps are placed on public or private property, but they need consent in order to place it on private property, which means somebody knows that it's there. I mean, how would, like, if it's a business, how wouldn't everybody who works there know? I mean, just, hey, there's this box, just ignore it. Well, right now, when nobody knows what this treasure hunt is, not a big deal, right? But what happens 5 years down the road when everybody knows about this, where it's been all over the news, where social media, like all the accounts now have 1 million followers, where this has become a really big thing? Like, and you just walk down the street and you pass something, and you're like, wait a minute, I recognize that QR code on that box. Oh my gosh, that's it. Like, it's going to get to a place where then what are they going to do? What's the next step? Because right now, you can go to a business when it's closed and you can snoop around. But what happens when you go to the wrong business and you're snooping around and you get arrested for trespassing? Like, these are the things that I don't, and I think I bring this up because I want this to succeed, because I want to find a wish lamp so bad. But these are concerns. And I think because of all the drama, all the conspiracies, all the concerns with the Forest Fen hunt, I can see that there might be some issues with how Bush Lamps is going to play out. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope everybody stays legit. I hope nobody like gives like friends and family any like hints or clues and says, hey, I'll give you a hint if you like, slide me like a 20K, in the end. So I'm kind of, just interested to see in the long run how this is going to play out. And just, what kind of issues could happen. Like I said, I don't want any of that. I want it to be amazing. I want it to be awesome. I can't wait to see how they are revamping the advantage clues to make it, more fair in the future. Maybe limiting how many times you can do like the radius circle one. And like maybe you can only do it like once a week, or maybe you can only do the 100 mile like once, then you have to wait until the 30 days before you can do the 50 mile one. Like, I can't wait to see how they're revamping them to make it more fair and even and level. But I do kind of worry about the, taking money from the poor, because millionaires aren't going to be playing this game. Come on. Like, a billionaire is not going to be playing it. The people who we want to redistribute the wealth from aren't going to be playing this game. Who are going to be playing this game? The poor people, the people who need the money. So you're asking the poor people to pay the money in order for a chance to win the money. It's just like the lottery. And yes, there is some skill involved, but I think there's also a lot of luck too. Like, you have to be, maybe there's some luck. I'm sure there's luck definitely involved in this. So, but anyway, I really hope people will look into the wish lamps, because I want it to be successful. I can't wait to see what other games they launch in the future. And if you haven't already checked it out, go download the app from, Google Play, or from the App Store on Apple. Go over to Instagram, follow Treasure Games. I think it's like Treasure Games Fun, something like that. Go check out their website, go read through everything. If you're putting on a treasure hunt, like if you're somebody who's currently working on making your own treasure hunt, like go check out everything, because they have thought about a lot. They have thought about a lot. You can definitely tell that somebody can afford a lawyer here, which is awesome. But yeah, so I still think when it comes down to it, I don't think it's much as, you know, I don't think intentions are bad. I think, Dirk's intentions are great. I think it's a great business model. It gives people an extra, leg up over the normal typical lotteries that we have. It's fun. A family can do it and be involved in it. It can bring people together. Like, I love all that. I love like the clues. They give out like 2 clues a day per region. I think one in the morning, one in the evening. I love that. Like, I learned so much. I'm Googling to find the answers. So I think that's fun. I mean, I love all of it. Um, but I am concerned about the people. Now, I do love that they say community guidelines, be nice. Don't put anybody down. So that's great. But what happens when that 6% show up, and they are causing a ruckus? Do they block them? Oh, I can't wait. I mean, like, there's definitely people I'm kind of hoping go over, and I can't wait to see what happens to them. I'm sure you're sitting there thinking of a couple people too, right? Anyway, so go check out Wish Lamps. Let me know in the comments if you're playing Wish Lamps, if you have checked it out, what your thoughts are, what are your concerns. Now that we know it's legit, people have actually won. People are showing us, like, heck, the first people, what they bought like one of those, what, like sprinter vans and a motel. Like, that's so awesome. And I love that Dirk is like helps them personally and gives them advice, because he's been through a lot as a man who, you know, has some money. He can give, good advice or recommendations, of what people are doing with their money and how they're using it and all that stuff. So that's exciting. Like I said, I love how they're doing, like he's encouraging them to give part of their winnings to charities. I mean, obviously it's going to reduce their their taxable income level on these things. So, I mean, why not do that? I mean, that's brilliant. Again, love the positivity, love the human beings helping human beings, love all that stuff. But how do we keep the crazy people away? How do we keep it positive? How do we keep it happy? How do we keep people from cheating? Those are the questions I have. And of course, I don't have any answers, but it's going to be fun to watch. And I really hope their social media takes a better turn. Hope to see more like stuff. I hope they get more followers. I hope more people download this. I hope more people play. Um, 'Cause it's like the coolest thing since sliced bread. I know other hunts are coming and people are so excited about it, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm not reading another book." This I love this. This is a game, it's interactive, like, people play, like, that stupid Wordle thing. Like, can you win $1.2 million playing Wordle? Probably not. At least I don't think so. There's no money attached to that stuff, right? I don't think. Just bragging rights. So here, come on, like, sign up for this. Small subscription fee, chance to win lots of money, and when you do win, if you do find a wish lamps and you win, don't forget to slide some money my way. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care and good luck on your hunts.